Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Experience on Air podcast, where we bring you the best experiences from entrepreneurs, influencers, and people from different backgrounds. Today, we have a very special guest, our first female guest on Experience on Air.
Yes,
Let's Party Chica.
Latina Power here.
Woo,
Yes.
Latina Power. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, of course. My name is Amariz. I do event planning, and I own a rental company. We do flower walls, from events small to large. We do them all. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks so much for having. So whoever doesn't know, right? Amariz has been able to scale her business from $1,000 investment to projected this year to $600,000, right?
Yes.
So
crazy.
I think that's amazing. That's inspiring.
Especially in a matter of 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So let's go back to that story. When did Let's Party Chica come out and why?
So, Let's Party Chica came out in 2019. I was just finishing my second year in college. I went to St. Mary's University in San Antonio. I went in thinking I wanted to be a lawyer and came out doing marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So I only did my first 2 years. So this is to say that you don't need college to be successful.
I love that.
I went in for 2 years and I came out and I was like, man, like I really need to make money. I needed to pay my loans that I had. I wanted to move out of my mom so bad. So I was like, you know what? Let me invest in my first flower wall. So I invested $1,000, and that flower wall has taken me from one flower wall, and now we have over 15 flower walls, and we just ordered 5 more yesterday. So yeah, that's exciting, but it's crazy how much 2 years can change.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
With hard work, of course, right?
Oh, hard work, long nights, no weekends. I don't think I've seen a weekend in a year and a half.
Wow.
Let me not be dramatic. But yeah, I definitely think that it's definitely hard work. And
That's awesome. And you also did Abraham's wedding and baby shower,
Wedding
right?
and baby shower.
yes, we did their wedding and baby shower. It was super cute. It was very intimate. That's what I liked about it. And I think, and just so you guys know, this did go viral on TikTok. So go check it out. It's pinned at on our top videos, so you'll be able to see
That's
it.
awesome. How much views does that one get?
Oh, I think it's like 650,000, maybe 700,000.
Dang.
Yeah,
I hope
everybody
it brought in some business.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did bring in
definitely.
business. Everybody loved it. Like it was just so intimate, and I think that's what people are going for nowadays. Of course, people love big weddings, but just celebrating with your family is the most important thing. Family and friends, you want to make sure that everybody's there that you truly love and cherish, because I know some people don't want to be paying $16 for a plate of the tia of the other tia, if they want to pay at the wedding. So I definitely think that's why it held so much sentimental value on TikTok, is because people could relate to it, and that's what social media is about.
Yeah, and
relating.
that's how I kind of saw it as well when we were organizing it and Viviana was doing the whole thing, is that most people you don't have to throw something that was at the house, so it was and something like that, and then the way that you were able to work with everybody's pricing and stuff like that, she makes it available to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's amazing, because you mentioned that you work with any, you see their budget and you could figure it out.
Yeah.
That's good, because you don't always have to push, clients away. You just figure it out, keep the business rolling.
Yeah, I think being being reasonable with everybody is really important. Make sure you're personable with your clients is super important. And I know that's something that we hold as a company, as our value. Being personable to people, everybody wants to celebrate, and if they might not have the biggest budget, but we could always do something with their budget. Of course, everybody has a minimum to deliver and stuff. But I think being able to work with everybody and getting them in and, letting them get the experience of hiring somebody to do something for them. Because a lot of people love to DIY.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you have somebody do it for you and the ease is off of you, I don't have to, set up this, then it's you're just at ease, you don't have to, worry about
Peace of
setting
mind.
up. And, I think that's, the most important part, though.
Nice. So what are all the products or services you provide? You do flower walls, bounce houses.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of flower walls. We have shimmer walls. We do balloons, custom setup. So if you have a certain, I love to do this. I always tell my clients give me a theme. So we have Alice in Wonderland coming up, and then I was like, okay, well, what's your budget? She was like, Alice in Wonderland, my budget's $1,500. And I was like, okay, cool. So I sent her like 5 different versions of what we can do. And she ended up loving every single one. But of course, we had to pick one. And, you know, I'm able to be creative, because that's what they're hiring me to do, is be creative for them. Of course, they could buy a backdrop on Amazon and hang it up, right? But that's not the same as like feeling that you're in the party, and that's what I love.
Personalized, right?
Yeah, personalized. You know, putting their name on stuff. I think that's super important. I love whenever you're able to walk into a party and feel like you're in that scene. So like that's what my goal is, to feel like you're in Alice in Wonderland. You know, it's not like just some birthday balloons and backdrop. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And take us back, right? Because I know that you hustle, right? So that had to come from somewhere, right? So if we could go a little bit to your past and, you know, the beginning days of you hustling, you could say.
Yeah, so funny story. I began hustling really young. So I was in 4th or 5th grade, and they used to sell these little erasers at the 99-cent store, and you would pull them apart. So it would be like a hamburger, and you could take off the bun, you could take off the cheese, and then you put it back together. Well, they sold 10 erasers in one packet. And then I had this like little coloring box type of thing, and I'd put all the erasers in there, and I had a little sign on it. It said $1. So people would pay me $1, and they would get to pick out their eraser.
So 10x on your investment. That's good.
And you know, it was $9, I guess, you made back. But it was still, you know, it kind of taught me from a young age like the importance of money and, you know, how to get money. You know, I think that's crazy to, even as such a young age, having the entrepreneur mindset. And then when I moved to middle school, I sold cake pops. And there was one girl that hated me. She hated me. She'd be like, that cake pop bitch again. And I was like, fine. Like, you don't have to hate me that much. Like, yeah.
They don't want to see you win.
No,
that's what it is.
They don't want to see me succeed. So, yeah, I think, you know, everybody has that hustler mindset. And if you don't, then you're lazy. I feel like you have to have a hustler mindset, because at the end of the day, man, that's what brings you clients. That's what makes you money. I will never feel content working a 9-to-5. I tried and I did it, and I could not feel content. I cannot feel happy where I'm at. It was such a routine, and I didn't like it.
You feel like you're stuck, people. Right?
Yeah, it just feels like you're confined. You're never, and somebody always told me this. They were like, you're never gonna make past what they gave you. If they only offered you $75,000, you're never gonna make more than that. Right. You might a little bit if you get a bonus or whatnot. You might progress a little bit, but you're never gonna beat that.
Or not just that, but the fact that, you know, you're in a room, right? And if, let's say, I don't know, a warehouse, and everybody makes the same amount, it's like, how am I gonna overperform or do my best or try my best if I'm not getting more than I deserve?
Exactly.
How can I out? And there's guys that do that, right? Like, it just for what? So I could get a signed employee of the month, a C-bill that I'm the champ on sales,
a trophy.
Yeah. Like, if that's what they say, when you become a business owner, that's when the real work begins, because now at least you're working for yourself. So it's not like, you know, chill back, oh, I'm a business owner. It's step on the gas, because anything is possible now.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And you proved that, you know, you've shown that from $1,000, $600,000 projected
possible.
This year. Yeah. It's like, that's big time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what's some advice that you could give somebody who has a business similar to this, to scale that business from 1,000 to, you know, 600,000?
Yeah, of course. Taking advantage of your social medias. It's free, guys. Like, everything is free here. This is why we have social media. I know you guys have one. And if you're not using it to scale your business, then I don't know what you're doing. But definitely taking advantage and niching down what you want to be, you know, super specific on. And as for me, I have a social media manager. She does all my social media. I'm so grateful for her. But before that, it was just myself. And I felt like I was doing so much, but then I was also working. So it's like having 2 jobs at that point. You know, you're creating this content, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then you have to turn around and keep working again, like on your actual job. And it became a little bit overwhelming for me. So that's when I felt I was ready to hire on a social media manager. But definitely, if you're just starting, take advantage of that social media. Take advantage of Instagram. Take advantage of TikTok. They're free platforms that you could use. And I also highly recommend doing a one-on-one with a social media manager or just a content creator, so she could tell you, or he could tell you, what's going to be in your best interest. This is a tip if you guys don't know. I told Jose this when I first met him. I was like, there's a bolded, like your bolded name on your Instagram. And not a lot of people know this, but that's how your search works. So essentially it's like Google. So Google, you're searching Dallas realtor or Fort Worth realtor, or something in that sense. You want to use that on your Instagram, and as that bolded lettering, I think it's considered your name on Instagram. Put DFW realtor, Dallas realtor. So whenever people are searching Dallas realtor, you're going to be popping up. Because if you just put your name, nobody knows your name.
Right.
They don't know who Jose is. They know what a DFW realtor is. So that's what they're looking for. So that's my number one tip for you guys, to start getting searched on Instagram, because that is kind of how the search engine works on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a gem right there.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna have to change it right now. Yeah, I thought it was just a name, and it does make sense. Like, why do you need to put your username or the name again? And then so with that social media, right? So you were able to grow your platforms, Instagram 10K followers, TikTok 20K.
Yeah. What's
some advice on, people say like, no, you need to post 3 times, 5 times. Like, what is your lucky number that you can say, or is it just quality?
I take quality videos. I think that's really important. I post only 1 time a day on both platforms, or I try to post on TikTok, not as often because sometimes I just forget, and TikTok is just so weird. The algorithm is a little bit different, that one video could hit 1 million views in a matter of minutes or a day, and then TikTok is a little bit, they're 2 different platforms, and they both have their different algorithms. If you don't know what algorithms are, I highly suggest you look it up and kind of get informed on both of the social media platforms, just so you kind of know what we're talking about here. Because if you don't know what an algorithm is, then it's going to be a little bit difficult to read on this conversation. But definitely get quality footage. People want to see videos, and that's what's performing better. I had a post today that went up, and I think it only got 50 likes. My other post that went up, and it was just a video of me walking towards the flower wall, got 500 likes.
Wow.
It's such a big difference. People love videos. That's what they want to see. They want to see raw footage of, you doing what you love to do. Because, that's what I like seeing behind the scenes of what people do, or tours of the houses. I love it. And, a picture, it does justice, but a video, you feel like you're there, I think that's what's really important for growing. And, growing on Instagram and both TikTok, it's quality and, hashtags.
Yeah, and not just that, but you get, once you post, business just starts flowing in too, right?
Oh, yeah, and take advantage of using your insights on Instagram, and using if you're set up, make sure you're set up your business on or your Instagram on a business account, so you're able to see your insights. My social media girl sends them to me every week, and we look at to see like what we did really good on, what we could perform better on. And I think people need to take time out of their day as a small business to see like, hey, our reels performed way better than our post. What did we do different from this week to the next? I always do that every week just to see what my audience likes, what they don't like, and how many saves and shares that I get on each post. That's super important. When people share your post or save your post, it's getting pushed out more onto Instagram. So that's kind of have to do with the algorithm a little bit, but you definitely want people to share your post, save your post, because that's how it's going to get pushed out onto that feed page where everybody's able to see it.
Nice. Yeah. So let's say I'm a customer, right?
Yeah.
We'll play a little scenario. How do I get you to plan my boy's wedding or birthday?
Yeah, so the first thing that you're going to do is hop onto our website or Instagram or Google. We're trying to rank on Google right now. That's been my main focus, is getting us to the first page on Google. It's really hard, but it's definitely doable. But yeah, so you would go onto our website, you would check out what we have, or you could go onto our Instagram, check out what we have, fill out our inquiry form. It'll ask for, date, time, location, phone number, all that stuff. Once we have that, we're able to send you back an instant reply. I always love good customer service, and that's for any business. I feel like if you're looking to get shirts, like today I was trying to get shirts made for our business because we have a big install coming up and I wanted custom shirts, and he responded in 10 minutes. I was like, dang, like that's good, because I hate waiting. Like, the waiting game, I think, is what turns people away. I know plenty of clients that are like, somebody took a week to get back to me, that's why we didn't book them. Because if somebody takes, say they reached out to 3 balloon people, one person took a week, one person took an hour, and the other one took 5 minutes.
Who won?
Who won?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you need to be fast to respond. I mean, obviously not like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but, you know, a certain time frame, I think, and obviously putting that on your form too, you know, please leave 24 hours or please give us 24 hours to get back to you, you know, puts them at ease. So I definitely think, you know, like customer, customer service is like super big.
Yeah, it's pretty simple and, you know, easy process to book these. So that's amazing.
Definitely.
What's the next big thing for Let's Party Chica?
The next big thing, so we have the Rangers coming up.
Wow.
We have the Rangers on Friday, which I'm super excited about. And then we also have Jerry Jones' granddaughter is getting engaged, or it's a bridal shower. So we're doing her bridal shower, so I'm super excited for that.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That's big.
Thank you. That's pretty cool. But as a business right now, I think our number one goal is to open up our second location in Austin. I've been wanting to do Austin because of the corporate. There's a lot of corporate people over there, and they love these Instagram shoots and you know, photo ops, because that's what drives them business. You know, getting them reposted, you know, having branding for them is super important. So that's kind of my next step, is going over there. Who's going to see it's going to be the right fit for Let's Party Chica? Because obviously, you know, you want somebody that's going to love your company as much as you do. And that's what I've always learned, is nobody's going to love your company as much as you do. You know, you built it from the bottom to the top. Like, nobody's going to see all the hard work that you've done. They're only going to see where you're at now. Mm-hmm. And I think that, and that's a lot of people, you know, you see these influencers and you're like, man, like, look at where they're at. But then look where they started. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Daisy Marquez. Mm-hmm. She does makeup, and she grew up here in Oak Cliff, and she's living her best life in LA. So she's a prime example of, you know, how determined she was to get there. And I think that at the end of the day, you need to have that in you. And as an entrepreneur, seeing where you're going to be, never be comfortable with where you're at.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other businesses that you look forward to doing in the future? Like, besides what you have going on now?
I definitely want to invest in real estate. That's kind of my next goal. In the next year or so, I need 1 more year of taxes. 1 more year or so. So I want to invest into real estate and, you know, see where that gets me. But I think right now I'm pretty happy of where my company is going and where, you know, what we project right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing that you're able to scale out to different cities and, you know, just outsource, you know, people to grow the business. So that's amazing.
Yeah, of course.
Later nationwide, why not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know about all that one.
Hey, if somebody wants to pay up, you'll fly.
Branch out to Miami, Los Angeles,
Los
hit the hot spots.
Oh, that's the dream. That's the dream.
And then for somebody who wants to start a business like this, what is the best advice that you could start giving them? Like, you know, like, how much money do you think that they need to start this business? Yeah,
so this business is easy to profit off of. As simple as $50 to $100 can make you $1,000. And I'm talking starting with balloons, I think, is the easiest thing. Getting a few bags of balloons, doing it for content, you know, setting it up at a family member's house or for their birthday, posting pictures. There's plenty of girls that reach out to me till today, and although I love to respond to each one of them, it's hard whenever you have 50 people asking you the same thing. So we always kind of do a class, maybe twice a year, on, you know, how to grow your business. And we'll do like an analysis kind of on your business. So I will sit there, and from my judgment, I'll go through a girl's Instagram and be like, hey, this is what you could be doing better. This is where, you know, I see that you're really strong in, where you're weak in. And I talk to them one-on-one. I've done it a couple times, and I've seen their business grow so much. And it's so exciting to see other people flourish. And that, not even in this industry, there are bakers, there are people that are doing different things. But I think building a community and starting from there is truthfully what makes me happy. I love to see other people grow. It's so exciting, you know, whenever other people reach their achievements. But I definitely think that having a passion for what you do, at the end of the day, it's all about what you put into your business, you know, what you're going to get out of it.
That's amazing. So what's the biggest lesson you've learned since you've been in business?
Oh, the biggest lesson I've learned is to save my money. A lot of people call me material girl, but I definitely love spending money, and it's not even like on material things, like going out to eat, going to a nice restaurant, taking a trip. I'm a really big traveler, so I love to spend my money on going out for trips, but I also need to learn. I also have learned to reinvest my money. It's hard to understand the importance of reinvesting, but definitely from that one flower wall, I've invested into 2 flower walls, and that made 3 flower walls. You know, you just, whenever you put money into your business, that's what you're going to make money out of it. You know, 1 flower wall, if you have 1 flower wall, it's only going to rent that one time. But imagine if you had 5, you would be bringing in, $2,500 a weekend if you run it all 5 out. And that's how I like to see it. I like to project things and be like, okay, this is what I can accomplish if I put my money into it.
All right.
Yeah.
And these flower walls are impressive. Do you make these yourself, or do you?
No.
You outsource them?
Yeah, we definitely outsource them. But everything is custom. So, you know, we tell our designers what we want, and then they make it for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's
have been your favorite event that you've ever planned?
Ooh, my favorite events that I've planned. Man.
It's a pretty hard one, huh?
I know.
You do a lot of good ones.
Man, I don't have a... Do I have a favorite event? I think like every event's my favorite.
Yeah, it's because I'm looking at the pictures and videos, and they're all nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty hard.
I was like, dang, which one is my favorite? I have a lot coming up, but I definitely think that I love seeing myself grow. You could look at my Instagram from the bottom, and from where I am now, like, there's a major difference. So I think, like, every time I do a new party, it's my favorite party, because I'm like, oh man, I grew there, like, I was able to do this and this. So I think, like, seeing my progress is more important than, like, oh man, like, this is my favorite one. I think, like, the experiences and the people that you meet are super cool. I think that's what has, like, been the most rewarding. But I also think, like, learning and growing as a person and as a business is equally as important. You know, like, you want to see yourself grow. You want others to see, like, man, like, she's killing it out here, you know, and being an inspiration to others. I mean, I love helping people, but, you know, do it for yourself. Do it because it makes you happy. Yeah.
Do you remember your first one? How was that?
My first install was for Diamonds Direct. That was my first flower wall install.
Nice.
They do custom jewelry, engagement rings, really expensive ones. But they didn't even pay me. That's the part. That was the worst part, is I did it for free. But I think that is something that a lot of people do struggle with, is learning. When people reach out to you and ask you for free stuff, learn, like, not everything is free, especially these influencers. They really get you. Like, oh, well, share your page for X amount of money. And yes, that's great for exposure, but at the end of the day, is it paying our bills? No.
Right.
But obviously, I do pick and choose. I try to do at least 3 free ones a year to bring me content and stuff like that, because I think that's really important. But yeah, it's kind of...
Now, as a business like this, did you ever, you know, just buy, you chew off more than you...
Oh, yeah.
How does it go? You chew off more... No, you buy more than you chew.
You buy more than you chew.
Yeah, so when did you learn to say no and say, like, this is enough and I'm booked out?
Well, at first, the money was really good. You know, you're like, man, I could get you 5 flower walls a weekend, but at the end of the day, man, you're so tired. Like, I was beat yesterday. We had 7 installs, or on Saturday. I was done. We had a huge graduation party, but definitely I've learned to say no, and I've learned to delegate stuff to my employees. Like, hey, can you please help me out with this? Because I'm super controlling, as obviously event planners are very like, they want everything to go their way. But learning to delegate your task is super important. But I've definitely bit off more than I could chew. So
I think I got a good question. How does how does it go? Like, can you guide us through like a hard day of work? Like, let's say it's Saturday, you have 5, 6, 7 installs. How is your day looking like?
Oh, well, first of all, you're not going to eat. So,
Really?
yeah.
Not even on the
Skip
go?
lunch.
Yeah, so pack like a banana or something because like you're not going to eat until like the last install. So I could kind of run you through our Saturday. So Saturday, well, it kind of starts on Thursday. So I have 2 employees that come in and they just blow balloons for me. That's all their job is. I just pay them to blow the balloons because I found that's what's the most time consuming out of my day. I could be responding to my clients and they're blowing balloons. So definitely we start on a Thursday. So this whole process starts on a Thursday to prepare for a Saturday. So you start blowing the balloons, making sure like what the schedule is looking like. So if my friend Dulce, she only has 3 flower walls, I have a whole graduation, then I need to prep on my end. And obviously the other stuff is a little bit more easier. But definitely we wake up this past weekend. I woke up at 6 a.m. My first one I had to be there at 7:30. My next one was at 9. My next one was at 2. And then I didn't finish until 5 or 6. And then that was just my day. My employee's day, she got up at like 8 and didn't finish until 6. So it's a lot of work, but definitely you will not be eating on this job. Pack a snack, and you have a lot of time on the road. I spend 90% of my time driving everywhere. So I think that's like the worst part is driving, especially going to pick up stuff at the end of the night. I love when my clients say, "Oh, you can pick up the next day." I'm like, thank God. So yeah, the day is a really long day, but yeah, that kind of sums it up.
That's nice. So going to the planning, Chica, did that start after?
Yes. So I solely started to do just rentals, just flower walls, shimmer walls, backdrops, and then people kind of started asking me, "Hey, do you plan stuff?" And I was like, "Plan."
I do.
I was like, "Plan? Yeah, sure." So I was like, you know what? Let me plan something. So I remember this guy was sitting on my couch, and he called me, and this was like at 9:00 at night. He was like, "You do parties?" And I was like, yeah. He was like, "Have you ever worked with a big budget?" And I was like, what's a big budget? Like in my head, I was like 10K, 5K, 6K. And he was like, I have 15K for my kid's birthday. She was turning 10. 15K on a 10-year-old's birthday party. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, let's get going. So I met with the mom and, we were able to set up everything. So the Planning Chica kind of just started on a whim. And then now we have a planned event booked every weekend until July as of right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Planning Chica uses Let's Party Chica's material, right?
Yes, that's the best part.
That's the best part, right? So on the planning, so for example, like I have 10K. Mm-hmm. What exactly is what you can actually like? What does the planning include?
So basically kind of how we do it is it will be 20% of your total. So if you spent $5,000 with us, 20% will be added on to that $5,000, and that's my fee for planning and designing, coming up with the concept, and that's not for the rentals. So that's kind of not where I see the money. I see the money more in the things that they rent, because obviously they need a flower wall, they need a photo booth, they need X, Y, and Z, and I have that. So that's where I'm profiting off of that. Whenever the whole total comes together, I might not see the whole 10,000, but I see a good 6,000 to 7,000, and the rest I do have to source out to other vendors. But that's kind of.
But on the planning, like I could tell you, hey, look, I'm gonna need help. You need to order drinks, food, have all that stuff, or what exactly does the planning include?
Yeah, so definitely we do everything from start A to Z. Like we get there. I always love to do a venue walkthrough. I like to walk through the venue before the party just to see where everything's going to go. I give you a layout of like, hey, this is going to be the best way to set it up. You approve, you disapprove, or if you want to change anything. And then just depending on what the customer needs, that's why we like to cater to everybody as much as we can. If they don't need food, then we won't do food. They're bringing in their taquero, or they're bringing in whatever they're going to bring, so if they need help with that, then definitely we could help and set that up for them. But if they don't, then I'm like, thank God, because at the end of the day, I hate dealing with the food people. But yeah, definitely from A to Z, we do everything. Set up the tables, set up the linens, set up the flowers, everything. So it's definitely a long process, but it's definitely worth it. And seeing your customer's face at the end of the day is the most rewarding thing.
And you're helping them create memories that they'll last. I think
what I would most enjoy about it is the peace of mind.
Oh,
like, just the fact of not like
worrying about it.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah. That's what everybody says. They're like, thank God we hired you. I didn't want, like, you know, the quinceañeras getting her hair done, the mom's getting her hair done. They're not going to want to be setting up the tables.
Right.
They want to be chilling, relaxing, spending time with their daughter, you know. So I think that's truthfully why people need a planner, because, you know, they want to have that day special and not be worrying about, you know, oh, the cake hasn't shown up yet, or the DJ's late. You know, that's stuff that I handle, and if I need to make calls, I'll make calls. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you know, that's what the Planning Chica is planning everything so you don't have to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I want to show you this account. It's my cousin. He's from Guanajuato.
Okay.
Se llama Gavino. I want you to rate it. That way he listens to you. He listens to your
advice. Yeah,
he does look, it's called Casa Macias. Look, pass her the phone. See what you think. I think he needs more video though.
He has no videos.
Yeah, no videos.
He has no reels.
Yeah, no reels at all.
The reels is where they are. If you're listening to me right now, you need reels. Because the work is amazing. He has a lot of good content. He has a lot of good pictures. Yeah. But you need reels. That's where people are going to be engaged. That's where they're going to want to see, like, oh, they want to see the whole venue. They don't want to
point of view, right?
Yeah, they don't want to just see the table linen with the centerpiece. No, they want to see all 15 tables set up, how they look, you know, because that's the most important part is presentation. That's why people have these things. It's to show off, like, you know, the wedding, to show off.
Flex a little.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, that's why people have these events. But I definitely think that he needs to utilize... utilize your hashtags too. Wedding inspiration. Wedding inspiration can be used in Germany. It could be used in India. It could be used in Russia.
Everywhere.
It needs to be like Guanajuato wedding inspiration. You know, niche it down to your city, because that's where people are gonna find you. You know, I always do everything. DFW flower wall, Dallas balloons, DFW balloons, because that's where people are looking. Because wedding inspiration can be taken from anywhere. Right. So niching down on those hashtags is super important.
Ray Mercado Realty Group.
Oh!
I want to hear your opinion.
Let's see.
We got the reels, bro. We got the reels.
I need to get better. I'm willing to take the
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Let's see. Well, you posting your reels.
3 a day.
3? Dang, y'all are really on the content. Where are those drone shots, though?
Yeah, I know. It's because I'm telling you, I was trying to get that perfect shot under a tree, and it hammered.
You got to take risk in life, man. You got to take risks.
Yeah, utilize your hashtags. I think that's going to be your biggest advantage. And also... follow people that are, I don't know if you follow other realtors, but follow the people that you look up to and see what they're doing. If I follow Jen the Realtor. Do you guys know Jen the Realtor? Well, she's really...
She's in Dallas?
Yeah, she's in Dallas. She's just had 2 twins. She's killing it. She closes houses every week. Like, she's on top of her shit. But she does a lot of behind the scenes, you know, like, she posts personal stuff, and I think that's why I could feel more to her.
Yeah, relate,
right? Because she's posting, like, what she's eating on a Tuesday. I'm like, damn, that looks good. You know, you slide up on her story and, like, damn, looks good. And then she'll reply back to you. So I think, like, creating that relationship, and it always doesn't strictly have to be business.
Right.
Like,
personalize it a little bit.
Yeah, personalize. You know, make it, like, you're friends with them. Because at the end of the day, that's what they turn into, is your friends. They turn into people that are going to share your name whenever, you know, they're out in public.
And then the city's big. There's business for everybody in the city.
Most definitely. There's new builds coming up like crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely utilize your Instagram to being more personable with your community and with your followers, because that's what they love. They want to see you eating that Whataburger on a Tuesday, you know?
Yeah.
The taquitos.
Yeah, like, vote, you know, like, what should we have on Monday? You know, Whataburger, Pluckers, Chili's, you know, like, you're able to give them a say, and, you know, like, post a picture when you're there. So, you know, I think, like, that's truthfully like so entertaining and
so more. Yeah, I guess that is true. I think that's something that we need to improve on instead of like just strictly business, like you said. And we've been trying, but
Right.
it is
Going out to
something
Top Golf. Hey, we're out here with the team and stuff.
exactly
Stuff like that.
consistency.
Yeah,
more than
consistency,
anything.
Yeah, just showing your face. Like, I swear, people love when I go live. They love asking questions. They love like responding and talking to me.
Oscar did say we need to go live, right?
Yeah, let's go live one day.
Go
yeah.
live, like, and it doesn't always have to be about real estate. Like, it could be about anything. Do like topic Tuesdays and put out a topic for people to you could put a topic out on Monday, leave a question box on your Instagram, and then on Tuesday pick that topic and then go live or talk about it.
Nice, yeah.
Or
Or do
like
Q&As and stuff.
Yeah, Q&As. People love seeing like raw footage like that.
Heck yeah.
We got some work to do, Oscar.
Most
Can
definitely.
you take care of that, please?
Let's do it. We're on it.
Yeah, no, and actually, now that I'm thinking, we are going to have a real estate event on a house that we're finishing up,
Okay, cool.
right? So it's like an old school house in Fort Worth, very close to like Panther Island.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like super old. It's 1926 build, but we just fixed it, the whole interior and the inside, right? And we're going to put it up for sale. But since it's like Fort Worth and Culture and the team, we want to create an event to get it sold.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to reach out to you. So I'm going to need you free a week. And,
Yeah.
I don't
Free
want to
up the
be like, I
calendar,
don't want
free up the
to
calendar.
reach out last week. That way you could, set up something nice at the place, make it look nice, and
Get people out there.
yeah, get people out there for sure. That way we get that property sold.
Oh, and also another thing that Instagram just released is collaborators. So if you say we post a picture today, all four of us, I could tag y'all, but it will be posted to both of our accounts. So
I just did that today.
Yeah.
add yourself as a collaborator because that's going to get you more exposure.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way they
To
see,
the page,
they're
right.
hanging out with them, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So.
and you're able to network. I think that's super important.
Yeah, awesome. How important is networking in your business?
Ooh, it is everything. Talking about your business. At first, I used to be a little like embarrassed. I would say like, oh, I blow balloons for a living. Like, they think I'm a clown or something. And then you show them, and then they're like, oh, shit. Like, and then you tell them, like, oh, yeah, we had the Dallas Cowboys last weekend. Like, they're like, oh, okay. Like, this is a business. So I think it's crazy, like, to say, like, networking is so important because I like, walk in everywhere, and I'm like, oh, here's a business card. Here's a business card. Here's a business card. And those people call me. My stepdad loves to do Uber on his free time. He's a full-time physical therapist, but he loves Uber because he loves talking to people. I kid you not, we had 10 people book because of him.
Wow.
Yeah, because he
Just
gives our
with the
business
Uber
card.
talks?
Yeah, just because of Uber talks.
That's awesome.
Word of mouth right there.
Word
Yeah.
of mouth. Like, I swear it's so important. So I always leave him like a stack of cards, and he'll give them out to all the people that get into his car. And I was like, dang, like, you're really doing it for us. So
He's
yeah.
gonna start telling you where's my commission at.
I know. But shout out to my stepdad. He's awesome, and he loves like sharing our business.
Do you do any referral business? Like, let's say somebody wants to refer you some business.
Yeah, we usually give them a percentage of whatever we make. If it's consistent, we love to. Somebody referred us. We do Rent the Runway. It's an app that you can rent dresses from. They have a distribution center in Arlington, and somebody referred us from there. And from there we send them tips, treats, and I think treating your customers good, man. Like, I love sending people tips, treats, or sending them a huge thank you. Are we recording?
Yeah, no, we're good, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know. You looked a little sketch there.
No, you're good, you're good. I was just checking the time. You got scared. You got scared.
You got a little worry in his face.
No, it's good. And then, so besides that, right? As a person, like in your business, how do you stay motivated? Like, in order to continue, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who owns a business. It gets hard sometimes. You could get stressed, things like that. How do you keep that momentum going?
I always take a vacation. When I feel like I'm at my peak of I can't do it no more, I take a vacation, I relax, and I come back. I'm like, okay, let's start hard again. Like I said, I'm very big into traveling. I love traveling. So I think like clearing your mind and getting out of the mindset, because my mom always does this to me. We're in the car and she's like, what about our event next weekend? What about this? What about that? I'm like, I don't want to think about that until like I need to. So I think like constantly being surrounded by it kind of gets it in your head a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
it kind of becomes overwhelming. But I definitely think like taking a step back and realizing like, okay, like my life is not completely just my business. Like I don't want to be known for, oh, like she works 24/7. Even though I do, I just don't want to be feeling like I work 24/7. So I'd love to take vacation, just kind of de-stress, let it all out, and then come back hard, you know.
And it
kill
gives you
again.
time to, you know, take a step back and look at what you need to work on in your business.
Yeah,
you know, you
of
take a step
course.
back, hey, we need to post more reels and stuff.
What are the top 5 cities that you're going to next?
Oh,
that you're gonna
top
travel?
5 cities. For my birthday, I'm going to Tokyo. I'm also going to Thailand. And then where else am I going? I think that's kind of... Oh, I'm going to Colombia. I'm from Colombia. My parents are
Nice.
from Colombia. So we're going to go there. And honestly, I love just kind of going because I don't work during the week usually. So I'll pack up. I'll go on Monday to Thursday. I'll just pick somewhere random that gets cheap.
I've always wanted to do that, but
That's
I'm scared.
awesome, yeah.
I don't want to get a random place.
And it's funny because I was gonna make a YouTube video of just like, you know, picking the best flight and just leaving without
Or
telling
the
anybody.
next flight?
The best
Or the
flight.
next flight, best flight, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But just not telling anybody, just picking it up and go.
Where did I just go? And it was really nice. It was the Virgin Islands.
Really.
Go to the Virgin Islands. Their waters are beautiful. Literally, I went with my other. She does the same thing that I do, but she's just in Houston. We became best friends online, you know, networking, whatnot, and we went on a trip together. We went to the Virgin Islands. It was so much fun.
Wow.
It was really nice. So I definitely recommend just packing up and go. Like, clear your mind.
Yeah.
Get-
Life's too short to not explore. you know,
Yeah.
the
When you
world.
travel, like you said, I kind of, it works for me as well. Like, I'm out with my family in Mexico or enjoying a vacation or at the beach, but I look back always at my business, but from another perspective. Like, what can I do better when I go back? Where am I making mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you that relief, and now you come back, fresh mind. This is a new game plan. Let's kill it. You know?
Yeah. I think creating a strategy too, like, I think it's always important to sit down and reflect, like, where you are now versus where you were. How did you get there? What were you doing? I love to sit down with my social media manager and we plan out, like, hey, the next month, let's do 15 more reels than we do last month because we saw the growth. So I think sitting down and, like, reflecting on, and especially when I'm on vacation, I like to do that too. I like to sit down, look at our numbers, look at what we're doing, and then come back and, you know, kill it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us, or the viewers?
For the viewers, definitely want to say thank you guys for hosting me. It was super awesome. This is my first podcast, so I was a little bit nervous, but it was definitely so much fun. And definitely do everything what you do with the passion. Like, don't do it for the money. Don't do it because, people don't want to see you succeed sometimes, and it sucks to say, but do it because you love it, man. Like, do it because you want to grow, because you want to get that 6-figure salary, because at the end of the day, you're your biggest motivator.
Mm-hmm.
People around you will support you or they won't support you. But, at the end of the day, you got yourself, and that's most important.
Nice. For the fans out there that want to book with you, where can they find you at on social media?
Yeah, so you can find us at Let's Party Chica or The Planning Chica, both on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, you'll see a little bit more of the fun side of things. On TikTok or on Instagram, it's a little bit more like what we do and all that. But definitely check out both and hire us for your next event so we can make it happen.
And thanks so much for coming and showing everybody, the viewers, that it's possible, that anything that you want to do, you can achieve it. We're gonna have you maybe next year. That way you can tell us we're on track to 2-3 million.
Hey,
Millions of dollar
$1
company.
million.
Definitely. Thank you so much, man.
Excited to do this in the future, and you look back and you look at this video and say, damn, that's younger me. Now look what I've learned now. My business is where. So keep inspiring, keep working hard.
Yeah.
And let's keep killing it.
Up.
Thank you guys for having me. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.